now that we've got text in our presentation, let's talk next about putting images and other types of media into our presentation. Images have a couple of different ways that you can get them. All the media has different locations to get it from, but the images actually have a couple of different types of images you can use. So first of all, we have this insert section of the home section of the ribbon, right? And here we have picture. Next that we have shape and we have medium. We'll look at those in a second. But also up under the insert menu, we have photo, audio, movie, and clip art. Now, this picture button actually has both the options for photo and clip art underneath it, and we're going to talk about both of those in a minute. So let's click on picture, and you can see I've got 4 options, but they're see this little faint line between the two. These 4 options are coming from 2 different categories, and that is your own photos or clip art. Okay, so let's start with your own photos. If you have a picture on your computer, it's really quick and easy to get it from here. One button here, the first one called the photo browser. When I click on that, it opens what's known as the media browser in PowerPoint. And the media browser is actually looking directly into iPhoto. So if you use iPhoto on your computer to store your pictures, this is a very quick way to just grab one that you want. You can find something, let's say I wanted something here from Fiji, and I can click on it and just drag it down to my PowerPoint, and it inserts that photo. Now this is pretty big, would need to be resized, but let's get rid of that. I'm just going to select it and hit delete. And you'll notice that the media browser has other types of media. Audio, a really quick way to get music out of iTunes or GarageBand. Movies, really quick ways to get out of the movies folder or iPhoto. You may have some pictures, video from your camera that is in there. iTunes, so on and so forth. Clip art, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Symbols, and you can see we've got all these different symbols we can pull down, and shapes. We're going to come back and talk about shapes again in a minute. But that's the media browser, and specifically getting to it by clicking picture and then photo browser. Now, before we go on to photos, you can bring the media browser up with just one click by clicking this little button up here in the toolbar that looks like a square and a movie clip and some music notes there. You click on that and that brings up the media browser as well. So the next option I have under picture is picture from file. This will just open up the file browser just like your normal file browser so that you can go find it in a folder or wherever you happen to have the pictures saved. So those are getting your own pictures into your presentation. Now underneath that we have clip art options. Clip art is a whole library of images that Microsoft has included in here that can be used without any copyright issues or problems that way, so you can feel free to use them in your presentation at any time. One way to get into it is the Clipart browser, which again just opens up that media browser again, and you can look at some categories of clip art here or scroll down through it. Personally, I find it easiest to find what I'm looking for if I'm going to do clip art by going to picture and then the clip art gallery. One nice thing about the gallery is you can search online as well. If I click this, it'll take me to a website where I can find even more if I'm not, if I don't find what I'm looking for. I've got my categories over here on the side. I can search. Let's see if that pulls up the one I'm looking for. Nope. Well, so I can search. I've got favorites. Let's give a real example of searching. Let's say I'm looking for a smile, and there we have a smile. So I've got favorites, lost and found, all sorts of different types of clip art that I can use. Okay, so for this one, let's go to people, and we've got some kind of fun clip art down here where you've got these people holding signs, and you can select it and then click insert, and here I have this clip art of a woman holding a sign. Now I'm going to just drag it down here, and let's just nudge it so it's right on that line. I'm using the arrow keys to nudge it the way I want. Now I can resize this, or I can click and drag this circle here, but if you're resizing the circle for rotation, don't resize with the sides or top and bottom ones. That will just stretch it or squish it. But if you resize with the corner, then it will resize appropriately. Okay. Now, let's just say I've got these different elements on here. Well, actually, we'll save that one for a later video. Let's go and look at the other sorts of media that we can put into here. So again, we've just put a picture on there. We've also got shapes, and we've got things like rectangles, basic shapes, stuff like that. One nice thing of these callouts, if you put down a callout, I click and drag, and you see that I've got this little callout like a text bubble. I can grab the yellow one, and I can adjust the shape a little bit. So if you ever see those yellow ones, they can be pulled to change the shape. And then media, if I click on this here, I can say that I want to insert audio, once again, from the browser or from a file. I can just record it directly, or I can do a movie from here as well and put those into there. So lots of different options that we have for adding different elements into our presentations. And obviously, you don't want to have too much text. You want to have some nice images and shapes and things to really liven up your presentation.